Welcome back everyone. Today I bring you the second game of my FOB Monthly match against Blitz-War, and we are once again on Black Forest. As you can see, I quite like the map because I know it very well and I know how to play it fairly well, and I don't really want to experiment in the tournament with like new maps and stuff like that. So I really like just having Black Forest as a safe pick. And as you can see, I am playing third armored, so this time I didn't forget to pick it. To be fair, I wasn't sure whether I actually wanted to play it because there were other divisions left that I was thinking about picking. And yeah, well, this time Blitz-War picked first, so he first picked 4th Mot Schützen this time, which once again was a weird choice. 4th Mot Schützen is really not a good division right now, in my opinion. It's not the worst, but it's just also not particularly good at anything, in my opinion. And so I was thinking about whether third armored would be a good counter pick, or maybe there would be a better counter pick. But then I thought, like, fuck it. I know that the division is good here. Why not just play it? Like, yeah, sure, early on I will be on the back foot, but I know that late game, as long as I don't fuck up the early game, I should be basically unstoppable, especially for 4th Mot Schützen that doesn't really have anything that can damage my heavy tanks. Like the HA, what will he do against that? Conquers doesn't do a lot of damage against it. The Rapira does even less damage. It has also more range, but it does even less damage. His planes can be dangerous, but I have F-15s, and the Chaparral is also decent AA. So sure, come at me. I don't have an issue with that. And yeah, so I actually went through and picked third armored. But now the early game is obviously the thing that it's going to be very important. I am just not allowed to collapse during the early game. And then I'm pretty much set for the rest. But I didn't know where he would want to attack. That's the one thing I actually pretty like about Black Forest quite a lot. It gives you good flexibility, in my opinion, in the opener, where you can decide to attack the sawmill, or in the center, or the open, or you can choose to not attack anywhere and just have a defensive deployment and then build up. But you can also reroute it without it taking like forever to go from one side of the map to the other. You also have the flanking route here, and even the flanking route here if you would want to go that way. So yeah, I think it's very cool. You can see I am starting with 3 scout helicopters, then a recon M150 and a recon scout to the sawmill. The M150 just for some cheap ATGM and 50 kill support. It's a very cool vehicle. It's very, very nice. I just couldn't like put it into my decks anywhere. It just didn't fit in, but I managed to free up a slot for it in this case. 2 scouts for the left and the center here. Then you can see towards Bravo, because I was assuming that he would try to fight for Bravo. I think that makes most sense as 4th Mot Schützen in this case. Maybe also securing the sawmill early is also a decent play, I think. But it's either Bravo or Charlie. Like, Foxtrot doesn't make a lot of sense particularly. Because as I said, he can't really damage my tanks. And like fighting for a sawmill especially, and also a bit for Bravo, you can try to play around the shorter ranges with your T-55s, maybe. That's still shit, but it's better than nothing. So yeah, I am doing a fairly defensive but heavy deployment there. 2 engineer dragons and 2 fireteam 84, so I think I will redo that a little bit shortly. Into the sawmill I have 1 engineer dragon, 1 engineer, and a fireteam 84. So yeah, also like fairly heavy deployment. That's still like 2 M113s and a Bradley in 5 support. Engineers, obviously very good squads. I also have taken them upvetted because I thought, if I take them both upvetted, I get 10 of them. 5 satchel squads and then 5 10-man squads with the Dragon 1 is nothing like super insane, but it's okay. Like 55% accuracy, upvetted. It's only 14 pen, so that's the big problem and 1250 meter range. But it's just a nice defense against lighter vehicles, and also scares off your enemy quite a bit. Starting with some air defense as well, because obviously 4th has a lot of helicopters, and I saw him use some of them in the last game, so I know that he has them. It's not like he doesn't play helicopters at all. Stinger and Ito here as well. Yeah. Stinger hasn't been deployed anywhere yet, I think, yeah. Ito going into this building, as I like to do in recent times. I think I only started with one command, because I wanted to have more points for the early deployment. Both Bradleys still going there. Okay, nothing has changed there. One pivots and a Stinger, going to the right side. Because the sawmill, at least I feel like the sawmill gets attacked by helicopters more often than Bravo. Though I don't know for sure, it's just a feeling. Obviously I don't have any statistics about it. So that's why I wanted to have the Stingers and the pivots there, and obviously the pivots can also be used in a fire support role pretty effectively. I also take them upvetted because I don't particularly want to just spam them out, even though I think that wouldn't be the worst idea, but I would rather have them upvetted. And for Gun AA, it's actually very, very noticeable if you have them upvetted or not. And yeah, one Phantom in case he does some early air starts again, as he did last game. And yeah, so I think I went over everything in my deployment. Didn't see any planes for now, though, which I was quite happy about. So I also didn't want to dive in too deeply, because I was mostly, if you don't see an enemy plane, that means that your enemy has ground AA. I wanted to say it's not that important against 30S, but then I remember that you can heli spam quite egregiously with it. So yeah, no, it was definitely the right decision, because the enemy will most likely have AA with them against your helicopters. Your bombers are pretty much nonsense. See a recon helicopter though, and because I didn't see any fighters, I thought that I would go quickly and try to kill it off, because there wasn't any AA I was spotting with the recon helicopter there, so it should be rather safe. MiG-21 coming in, I quickly called in a second Phantom, just in case. I guess not the best idea, because he only called in one MiG-21, but last time we played he called in two MiG-21s at the same time, which also makes most sense. That's why I went with the preemptive second Phantom. But yeah, in this case he only had one MiG-21 and it didn't go well for him, as you can see. I then rerouted the Phantom that wasn't force evacuated and to gun run his Strela 2M. Because, I mean, why not? It was sitting in the open. Perfect target for me. Very happy with that kill. Yeah, well, unfortunately scouts don't have any AT weapons, so they couldn't snipe the FS squad here. I was very sad about that. But I was very happy that I deployed fairly heavily into here, because now I should have a pretty good job, or pretty good time pushing him out of here again. And as predicted, there was also an early deployment into Bravo, so pretty much I called this strategy perfectly. Early deployments into Bravo and Charlie. Yeah, I2 here obviously can snipe the trucks, unfortunately, so it will just waste its ammo. FS here moving over the open into the scouts, which would have been a good idea if there wouldn't have been the OH-58 scout here that has a minigun. And for the one time, I think the first time in my whole life, I saw the OH-58 scout with its minigun actually do something. So that was quite hilarious. Not for him, I guess, but for me. Fargo here being a real nuisance. I didn't know that he could see through the forest patch here. I'm saying that I played this map often and I know it, but then I don't know those facts because I'm dumb. But, well, you live and you learn. But I unloaded the units early before they got killed. Moved the 84 up closer. He's microing his FS in and out, so definitely well done by him. Units here are slowly moving up. I could have put them up even more aggressively, because there literally was just the one FS here, I'm pretty sure. But obviously I didn't know that. And I didn't want to lose my fire support too quickly. This M113 pushed up a little bit too close. should have kept it back here with the Bradley and the other M113, because you can see they're engaging him out of range of his AT weapons and just slowly killing him off. So very well done. Finally buying in Mot as well. Bought in a CV for the right hand side to like flush out all the infantry here, but as I said, it turned out to be, I think, like only 1 or 2 squads. Also reinforcements for Bravo coming in, CEV and 2 M150s, because I saw also units moving around here, so I wanted to have some protection against them, and the M150 is just such a nice tool with the 50 cal and the ATGM. He started to smoke very heavily here, so I was, and he had some FSC Metis, so I'm trying to drive my fire support around here to again engage him out of range of his AT launcher. Yeah, retaking the sector here. That's where I noticed that he basically has nothing in here. Here my mistake was that I was driving too close to him. Yeah, because that's definitely more than enough for him to engage me with his Metis. Good thing though that I think the scout here spots it after it fires, and now I retreat. I think this Metis will still hit, yeah, even though it was like ridiculously out of range, but yeah, well, it is what it is. Oh, Engineer Dragon here actually surprisingly holding their ground against the one FSC, but I mean now 1v2 they won't. They're also double vetted because of the command, which is very helpful. CV coming in, I didn't want to push it in like too closely here, because I was afraid of the, Metis obviously. So I was trying to find an angle where I could engage. M150 here barely escapes the FOB, that was very nice. Oh, he gets in his own command and is now contesting, well, sorry. Is now contesting Bravo, and my Mot hasn't gotten into Charlie still. It took quite some time to get up there. Also, supplies are on their way to finally repair the little bit of damage that was done here. Killing off a Strela. Yeah, Strela in here with the Bradley. Well, that's also always a nice kill. Early mortar play, interesting by him. I think also it's a decent idea because he kind of has to deal with my fire support. And as I said, he can deal with my fire support with his own ATGMs. They're obviously decent against my Bradleys, for example. But the moment I bring in one M1A1, he will be in big trouble. Not one M1A1 instantly, but once I build up a bunch of M1A1s and Bradleys, he's in big trouble. Moved the CV forward, but he retreated his infantry out of here, I guess. Moved the Engineer Dragon here forward as well, and I saw this command here because he didn't hide it behind the building. Missed micro there, he had it sitting beside the building. Missed the first shot. I mean, it was fairly stunned, so you know that's to be expected. It's almost max range, but quick reload and fire again. They actually get a hit on the command, so very, very bad mistake by him. But in howitzers as well, because as you know, stalemate means artillery. And especially because 4th isn't like the most mobile of forces. I mean, they get a bunch of T-55s, but they're really, I really don't worry about them. So the howitzers will be very useful, especially getting rid of the FOB in this building here. SPWs here a bit annoying, especially because the smoke landed just on top of the Engineer Dragon here, so they couldn't support them. OH-58 dies to manpads. Unlucky. I reloaded the units back into the transports here, because I thought if I already have the units here, I might as well go for an attack into Alpha from this side, which I like to do a lot. You know, a wooden box really showed me how good. He didn't show me personally, but I saw through his play that this is a very, very good attack vector. Supply coming in for Bravo as well, as you can see, repairing the units. I really want to keep them alive. Obviously, infantry grind, I will lose the infantry grind in the long run. He has more infantry, even though 4th doesn't have like the best availability. If you take your units upvetted and you want to take them upvetted, and the FSC are also only 4 per card. They have like special forces, but still, if you want to take more than 2 cards of them, that's already a big tax on your availability overall. And yeah, 1A1 here finally came in. But a lot of ATGMs here that my scouts don't see, I guess, because the line of sight here is a bit iffy. So smoke it off and quickly retreat. Still don't understand why did the Engineer Dragons not see the FSC Metis firing here? There might have been some smoke blocking them right at this point in time, but I'm not exactly sure. Bradley CEV also coming in for some more recon for the Abrams. CEV here could have repositioned it a bit to support my infantry in the fight against the Metas.
Well done, guys.
Artillery now going onto the buildings where I assumed the AT were firing at me from. I mean, here I was right here. I think I was right too. Yeah, there was a Conquest in there. Indeed, gets out of it, the building in time though, unfortunately. Like, I guess there's still people that would say that howitzers or like artillery is overpowered, but I really don't think so. Like, you really need to put two 155s on one building to kill even a two-man team, because if you put one howitzer on it, depending on how the spread will go, they might have time to just get out of the building and survive. So, yeah, artillery is useful, it's good, but it's not overpowered. Tries to counter battery my howitzers, that really doesn't work, because as usual I move them. Then remember, oh yeah, right, that, you know, he has those motors that I want to get rid of. I quickly put the howitzers on the job. I thought that the CEV here would engage the FOB, but for whatever reason it decided that the SPW has a higher threat like value than the FOB. For God knows what reason. I was really confused by that, not gonna lie.
Well done,
Idle here barely missing the SPW. Very sad. Then I wanted to start to push here soon. I think I was busy macroing here. And yeah, in the meantime, he started a new advance, actually, into the lumber mill sector. So I just quickly unloaded my infantry again and started to mow down his units. The M150 misses the SPW. Come on, man. He still has infantry units in those buildings. Like, he's macroing them fairly well. He's like, once they get damaged, he gets them out and repairs them again. But I'm still slowly whittling him down. Abrams smokes off just in time. Gets hit still, but the smoke still got out. And I have a Hemd here now for some repairs, for some heavy repairs. So I'm in a pretty decent position. The attack here has failed. And if you're wondering what happened to those Panzerjägers, yeah, I completely missed them. There was one Panzerjäger squad in here already. I think it definitely killed one engineer squad. Yeah, and one M150. The other was able to unload just in time, so I'm like searching for the Panzerjäger squad now, but I missed the second, the Panzerjäger squad now. But I missed the second one coming in. You can also see I have already bought a scout for the far right, because I thought that he might have routed them through here. Here I'm now engaging the Panzerjäger and like losing because he's double wet, and engineers in forest are unfortunately a bit shit. Engagement in the town is going fairly well though. He is 200 points ahead. You have to remember that. I am at a point disadvantage for the moment, which makes sense. It's the early game against FOB Mot Schützen. As I said, I just need to not die in the opener. And that worked pretty well, so now it's about building up a good bunch of mechanized and armored units. He's nice my command here, unfortunately, but everything else survives, especially the supply truck surviving was very nice. CV gets it barely missed by the BTR, by the Mot Schützen BTR. They kill it off in return, but I kill off the Mot Schützen, so it's fine. Moving forward, my stuff now, because I really thought that I would be able to finally get him out of the sector now. Brings him some good danger close Grad, or RM70 rather. It doesn't kill anything in the end, I think. Yeah, I pushed my pivots and stinger forward here because he had two Mi-24s. Killed off one of them, but the other one escapes on 1 HP, and I didn't notice that. I thought I only saw one at the time, and so I thought that I killed it. But actually, I killed one, but there were two. And yeah, one escaped on 1 HP. A bit unlucky, but well, it is what it is. Also caught in a patchy rocket, because I assumed that the attack here would be bigger. It really wasn't. It was taken care of by like 2 M113s and a Bradley, pretty much. Engineers here in the forest I think they didn't actually kill the Panzerjäger at this point. But I was also, busy macroing here, and the units got through, so I didn't put much thought into it anymore. I'm now starting to amass a push for Foxtrot, because that's where my advantage lies, right? I don't particularly want to push into Alpha like from here, The push from here is pretty good because it's like a distraction. Unfortunately, MiG-23 comes in and gets a nasty side shot on my Abrams. Smoke was a bit too late. I don't have my AA net up yet, so that was definitely a mistake by me. Should have had the AA up already. I had a like M1A1 Recon Bradley and Standard Bradley here. That's already pretty good value for him to get with planes. And there's only one Stinger here, so yeah, big mistake by me. Also bought in the second Apache rocket for the center. It got routed by something. Can't remember what. I think it was a Strelton in here that I just killed with my Bradley. I thought actually that the Apache here died, but its right just got routed. Bringing in the Phantoms in case he goes for some air spam. Because he must have seen that my AA defenses here are very light, so I have to be ready for this eventuality. And now you can see a push here has a mast. There's a T-55 sitting in here. I mean, that's kind of the problem with those T-55s. You can see they're 150 points. So they're like too expensive to just put on some flank watch in, for example, a forest line here, in my opinion. But they're like too bad to be like actually good tanks on their own. And if you compare them to like a T-72M, like the East German one that also has smoke, which costs about the same. It's honestly insane. I mean, this one is the one with the ATGM, so that's actually okay. I thought this was the one without the ATGM, but even then, I think it's a bit meh. So the FSC got there, the one with the Metis, so quickly kill it off. You know, less ATGMs for him, always better for me. Apache has to fly in close to engage his units in the forest line, unfortunately. He also has the Mi-24 that's arrived on like literally, you can see 1 pixel of HP, being a very big problem for me now. Apache kills the FS Einsatzgruppe, that's good enough for me, took out his eyes kind of in this sector, so quickly retreated to repair. Went in with a Phantom to dive the Mi-24 because at like the 1 pixel of HP it hit, I was certain that I would get it. If I lose a Phantom, it's like sad, but whatever. And yeah, it gets double tapped by the coup. I think it missed 1 missile, but then hit the other 2. So a bit unlucky. Rallies engaging T-55s. Unfortunately, this Bradley he got routed. That was really unfortunate. So this was like a 2-on-2, another 3-on-2 as it would have supposed to be. But I still kill off 1 T-55. That's good enough for me. Infantry is now spreading out in the town. Should move up the Mot CP soon. He got back into this sector though, and because he killed my command with his RM-70, he is taking now. Quite unfortunate. Mot CP is already on the way though, so should be in the sector soon. But it's a +2 on Black Forest. That's, you know, not the worst tick. And now there's a new attack coming in here once again. Quickly get out the Apache rocket because I know that he doesn't have any AA here. And I also don't see any AA coming up with the new push. So I just quickly started up again. It's a bit low, but I mean no AA, so I don't care. And I didn't have any ATGM here yet. Also, like, yeah, no other defenses except for the pivots and the Stinger. Pivots though, you can see very good, performing very well against the Sicherungs, obviously. So yeah, this attack also failed pretty badly. Get the Recon BMP-1. As I said, don't take the Recon BMP-1s for the East Germans. They're just retardedly overpriced. Pack here being a real problem. Some ATGM sitting in here, shooting the CEV. Yeah, I noticed it definitely, but I didn't retreat the CEV for some reason. I think because I thought it was shooting at the M1A1HA. Yeah, also I put the artillery on the wrong forest line. Yeah, well, bruh. Well, mistakes were made. New AT plane comes in, luckily misses the Bradley though. That would have been painful. And the Figo also misses the Bradley, and this like cluster plane also comes in, gets the Bradley in the end though. Finally. And yeah, now I finally buy an AA because my fighters were out of action for a time though. Obviously, because I used them just before to snipe the helicopter. Moving to Mot CP now because I really didn't want to keep him ticking any longer. Like, it's been long enough. Misses the M1A1 HA again. This was very lucky for me. I didn't allow the Stinger here in time. Also, big mistake. You can see quite a lot of mistakes were done in this game. It's almost like, you know, I'm not the best player and I do a lot of mistakes. But this town here is pretty much empty, so actually, if I would have put this push in here, I could have pushed him out completely. I just didn't think that he would leave this town so completely undefended. Bradley gets killed. I mean, he has a recon helicopter here, so he has a recon advantage. That's fair enough. Quickly move in to kill off the Conquerors.
Damn, that was close.
Conquerors are not really a danger to my M1A1 HAs. They're like still dangerous to my M1A1s and especially to my Bradleys. So I still want to get rid of them as quickly as possible. Same with the Rapira ATGMs. They can take out my fire support, and that's just annoying. But they can't do anything against the HAs. So yeah, not the biggest issue, but if you can kill them, you should still kill them.
Well done, guys.
Take the opportunity. Engineer Dragon will push forward here. Well, I mean, the fight against T-55 is not the best fight. MiG-23 cluster gets killed, drops his load and kills the Recon Bradley. So, I mean, this is unfortunate because I don't get a lot of Recon Bradleys, right? But he gets even less MiG-27s. So, honestly, that's a trade that I'm kind of willing to make. I have, like, not more than enough Recon, but I have enough Recon where I can live with the loss of a Recon Bradley, or even two. I think I still have one left. There was still a Mod Aufklärer here. I honestly didn't think it was still there. So, yeah, here he misses for some unknown reason. At this close range, and he hits again, so one fire team is down. And I didn't think that he was still in there, because when I was driving through here, nothing was shooting at me, but I didn't think that he would have it like back here. Because that's like a very weird position for a recon, but in this case it worked out because he got a Bradley. Good on him. Engineers here moved through the forest, so I was fairly optimistic that the forest was clear. Sometimes foreshadowing is obvious. No AA here though, so big issue now because his helicopters are going to town, and I invested my AA basically on the left hand side to cover my tanks here. And for this town, I don't have any AA up in this area yet. Yeah, not very well done. More M1A1s though coming in, so I'm really starting to build up the fire support, and that's that's the good thing about Third Armored on a map like this, in a matchup like this. Sure, he can even clear out this town completely, but at the same time I will be investing a lot of points into heavy tanks on the left side and just completely wipe him there. So I don't even particularly care about this. It obviously would still be better, and it's just a misplay by me not having like 2 Stingers up here, but it's not the worst. Here I think, yeah, something once again died here. Yeah, I think there was, yeah, the supply that was on its way back, so I knew that there was something in here still. Calling in the recon Bradley. I don't have any recon helicopters left, which is a bit unfortunate for such a such a situation. He's spotted the Chaparral. I think he has a recon still in one of those buildings here, so that's how he spotted it and kills it off. Very unfortunate, but he kind of bunched up all his units around this building, and my artillery was going for the FOB here anyway, so thank you, I guess. Moved his infantry out in time. That he countered the move, but it was just an accident. But still, it was a happy accident for him, because that could have gone very badly for him. But not like it doesn't help him a lot, because there's like a CEV, 2 M1A1s, or like, yeah, 1 M1A1, M1A1 HA, and the Bradley here, so this infantry is not long for this world. Plus the 2 Fire Team Dragons, really not looking good for him. Need to rearm the howitzers now, because they're out of ammo. And I need to get in supplies somehow into this sector, but obviously now with all the stuff having to go around here, it will take super long. So the Panzer here were very annoying. Definitely well done by him. After I did some nasty backline action against him in the first game. MiG-27 comes in, almost kills the M1A1, but I get it out of the danger zone just in time. Might get killed by the ATGM though. It doesn't, so was a bit lucky here. A recon in a, like, I don't know where this ATGM or AT gun is firing from. I feel like the recon here should see it, but it kind of doesn't. It does see the other Conquerors here though, so I mean it's fine. AT plane dies, so I mean that's at least one AT plane and one cluster plane down. It might even be 2 AT planes down. I can't remember exactly. So that's kind of okay. Apache rocket here is repaired and rearmed. Other than, you know, not like this one here. But there is some new attack coming in, so I thought that, you know, fuck it, I just need to use whatever I have available right now. Moving forward to Bradley in the hopes of just, you know, spotting the Panzerjäger in time. I mean, that was a very vain hope. I had some AA sitting back here that I wanted to call into the town, but I had to call it in kind of into here because, like, that's the big problem of this map, in my opinion. If you play this side and you're calling units here, they will always drive through here. So once you lose the sawmill, you always have to call them in through here and then manually reroute them again, which is very, very annoying. Kill one Panzerjäger, but there was a second one actually. So I remembered that, yeah, right, I have a helicopter and I can just use the Apache. It's not going to be a recon, but it still has the 30mm that I can use and kill off infantry without a much issue. Tries to artillery my repairs here, but well, I mean, I see it in time, and the RM-70 really isn't that great of an anti-armor tool. It was decent back in the day, but that's a long time ago now. Moving forward, the scouts to take positions in here, because I realized that, I mean, there was nothing in here. I might as well take the positions. Yeah, routing his command through here also not the greatest idea. Bradley and M150 here sitting in the open. Mot here, I think it died. Yeah, I don't think I managed to retreat it. But I mean, I'm still in control of the sector, so it's kind of okay. Got an ITO into this building, but there's also now a lot of units coming in here, so that's a bit bad. Also, should have put the M150 like one forest patch further forward. It's a bit too far away here. Should have really put it into here. Engineers have arrived in the town. Those were the ones that were sitting back here. And you can see I'm just putting up a scout pattern for the forest, because I really want to get rid of the stupid units that are in there. Finally remember that I have DAA sitting back here. The fire team dragon that was supposed to go into the city is now being rerouted to the lumber mill. HA and command tech are now repaired, so I'm getting them into Foxtrot finally now. Chaparral is also up. Moving it up fairly aggressively. I think that's a bit too aggressive considering the scouts are routed right now. Well, I really wanted to get rid of the helicopter, I guess. And yeah, AT plane, one of them is still alive. Ito here, I think, kills all of his vehicles. Yeah, it does. So his infantry is able to get into the sector, but he has lost all of his vehicle support. And my like reinforcements are also already coming in. Stingers miss both shot against the Mi-8, bruh. Come on, man. What the fuck? Abrams here is now able to just drive through. He has a random coup still sitting there that he didn't retreat. Conquerors coming in, definitely painful. But the M1A1 and M1A1HA don't care that much actually. Together with the CEV as well. Yeah, I mean, it's like not good, but especially because it's like only one Conquerors now, it's not gonna do much. In such a case, we really want to just saturate the area with ATGMs. Like a single one isn't gonna do much. Brings in the cluster plane once again. But I mean, even if he now kills the command, why do I care? I'm at a +4 right now. Also, I'm easily able to drive out of the cluster area, which is the big problem with those cluster planes. M1A1 and CEV are literally just driving through here right now. Yeah, sure, I have lost complete control over Alpha, but his push in Charlie has completely failed, basically. Reinforcements are already on the way, even though they're going through the long route, but I mean, I have another +4 for quite some time now. Even if he takes both those sectors, he will just neutralize it. He won't be taking anymore. So he's in a very bad spot. And I also have AA up now in like a decent amount. I finally remembered that, yeah, right, there was a recon there. Maybe I should kill it off. Unfortunately, the CEV was on the reverse order while it fired, so it shot completely missed. Yeah, even without that, the Einsatzgruppe obviously have no answer to that. Finally fight the stupid Panzerjäger. So the Apache did its job. Why did I call in the Phantom to what's there? Might have been a helicopter there, don't remember exactly. But yeah, now finally this is cleared out. Good God, took them long enough. Charlie is also pretty much clear again, I think. And Foxtrot is now 100% in my control. Scouts here are moving even further forward to see what's going on in his backline, basically. C4 put the artillery on it. I think the M1A1 and the CEV died here. I mean, it was like whatever, you know, at this point in the game. Losing one M1A1, I mean, losing one Abrams is always bad. But in this case, I think they got their value, so it was really whatever. And yeah, new push coming in for the town, because I really don't need them in the lumber mill anymore, because I have cleared it out anyway, with like just one Bradley and the fire team and the helicopter. And yeah, he realized that there was just no way back for him, and he surrendered. KD pretty much in my favor, as you would expect in a not really late game, but it was going towards the late game with third armored. Not much he can do against that. Phantoms did perform decently, actually. Gonna run Estrella. 2 Me-2s, Me-24, MiG-21 is okay. I mean, the Phantoms are also not particularly expensive, so, you know, it's actually, even if they're trading from one MiG-21 is, it's not like not the best trade, but it's actually okay. And yeah, the OH-58 killing a FSC matters. I honestly can't even remember the last time I saw this unit kill anything. And yeah, Bradleys are just so good. I thought that the Bradleys are kind of overpriced, but I think the problem is more that if you're playing on something like Urban Frontlands where you can't use their TOW 2 as well, it's a bit mad, because then you kind of just only pay for the autocannon, or like you can only use the autocannon, but you pay for the autocannon and the ATGM. But on Black Forest, where you can use both the autocannon and the ATGM, they're just so insane. It's not even funny. Like the amount of value you can get from them, and just also the power prediction they give you. Because a Bradley just means that your enemy cannot push with any tank anymore. Because the TOW 2 will just stun them to death, if not outright kill them, if it's an older tank. Or like more lightly armored tank, like a Leopard 1, for example. And yeah, then with the engineers, you still have a high HP infantry squads that can fight in the town. Engineers Dragon are also the nice support for the town with their AT. As I said, sure, it's not the best, but it's still good enough to suppress or kill light fire support like SPWs or BTRs. And yeah, artillery early on, like not early on, but fairly early buy, and also definitely worth it. Killing off a bunch of stuff. CEVs helped me out quite a bit. I don't think any CEV performed like super well, but they were very helpful. And 150, I mean, you have to remember this is like only 40 points. So this already paid itself off like almost, I think, twice. So yeah, very, very nice. Apache also very, very, very good unit. I think some people prefer to take the like the Vipers, or now they're called the Hawks, so the AH-1 rockets, because you get twice as many. But I think the Apache rocket is still good, because you get the chain gun, the 30mm one, that can still even kill tanks. And it having 8 HP and ECM is also very helpful. So I prefer the Apache rockets myself. And you can see it also performed pretty well. And yeah, the other M109 also got like 2 FSC matters. Like, yeah, okay, sure. Other Apache rocket also performing well. Again, Bradley killing 2 Jäger in a transport. Okay, that's also oof. Big oof. M1A1H didn't do a lot of killing, but again, it's just a power projection. You can't do anything against them except for with his air. And if I wouldn't have been a retard and would have bought AA even earlier, there would have been literally nothing he could have done. Or even just, I could have also just bought an F-15 and kept it circling in the back, I guess. That would have also worked. Albeit, I think, you know, a combination of both is always better. Have some short-range AA, you don't have any long-range AA with third armored, obviously, and this is also a good balancing decision. It's already a strong division. But have some short-range AA on the ground, and then one fighter circling in the back. And then optimally, you would also have one fighter in reserve that you can always call in. That's ready to help the one fighter that's already on the field. But again, Bradley doing damage. This M1A1 performed well. That's the one that pushed through, like killing 2 coups. Yeah, such a good value. And yeah, other than that, nothing. Yeah, Apache finally killing off the Panzer. Oh my god, that was so annoying. They didn't actually get a lot of kills, I think. I mean, not a lot, I say, but I thought that they got a lot more kills. Let's put it like that. Yeah, sniping an engineer in a transport is obviously painful. Then, I mean, the supply was empty, so it's not that bad. But still, they were just giga annoying. So well done by my enemy, but overall, still just a very bad pick for the map. AT planes did a decent job, as I said, because I didn't have AA up early enough. And yeah, the Me8 shredding me in the town because I also didn't have AA up early. Not even early enough, I just didn't have AA up at all in the town. Lol. Not a good idea, but yeah. So definitely a very favorable matchup for me. Fourth isn't the worst, but it's just not very good right now. But yeah, GG to my enemy. He definitely played well. And let's see what will be the next video. Might be another FOB game or League again. Not sure. So it's really the time of the tournaments. Because like, ranked is just so painful. It's not even that it's not fun. It's also just not interesting because you either play against noobs that have like 5 hours in multiplayer, where it doesn't even feel good against winning against them. It just feels like seal clubbing, or you play against meta sweats or people that cheese. That's all there is right now in ranked. And then you also have like the maps, which are just I don't even want to think about it. Like why chemical? Why two ways without even at least reworked chemical, but two ways. But whatever. I think I bitched about it in the last video already. So whatever. It is what it is. I hope you enjoyed it, and I hope to see you in the next one. And until then, have a beautiful day, and bye bye.